All right, guys, welcome back. So by this point, we got the validator created. We got the validator logs going, which I'll show you how to look at again by reattaching it. You've detached it, allowing the validator to run in the background so you can turn off your computer. And then finally, we got Pinger installed and running. Now, unfortunately, you do have to wait 1 hour before we use the faucet again. So when we created the validator, part of that script, the one-liner by that Joseph individual, part of that script used the faucet to set the validator up, which means that if we want to use it again, we have to wait an hour because that's the cooldown period, unfortunately. If you don't know what a faucet is, simply put, when you are doing something on testnet and you need testnet tokens, in this case, Sol, testnet Sol, um, there's this faucet, which I'll show you in a second, that allows you to input your public key, and then it will send you some testnet Sol. Without further ado, let's just jump right into this. All right, so this is an optional step, but let's just say you want to check on your validator logs to make sure it's running. You'll want to attach it, so we'll copy this. Doesn't matter which terminal you're in. All right, so our validator logs are still looking good. And what I mean by good is that it's just constantly spamming with logs. Everything looks green. This would abruptly stop if there was an issue. And so we're good there. Now, I wrote it here as well, but when you're ready to detach it again, because you have to do that, otherwise the validator stops, you'll do Control V, release it, and then D. And voila. All right, cool. So now, step 7, let's make sure the Solana CLI is installed. Let's get some more Sol, testnet Sol from the faucet. Let's create a new stake account, call it new stake, and then let's delegate that stake. So I already did this, but you'll just copy paste this, and then it'll most likely ask you to add a path, but just when in doubt, paste that as well, copy paste this. All right, so now we're going to generate a new key pair. I'm going to call it new stake. And so we're going to just take this. Again, doesn't matter which terminal. I'll do it on this one. Then we're going to want to copy all this new stake information. You're going to want to paste it here just so we have it. Uh, so as I said, hit enter, make sure we copy paste to get the somewhere safe. So basically you want to keep it somewhere safe, the public key and the seed phrase. Now we want to fund the ID wallet, which is different than the identity wallet. And so what we'll do is we'll click on the faucet. Voila. Then we'll get our ID wallet that was generated earlier. Now, I already got some already, but normally this would say, hey, it's sent. Now we're going to create a new stake account and assign 3 Sol, or choose the amount, but leave some for gas. You can, if you wanted to change how much you want to stake, you would just change that 3. Now, keep in mind, guys, when we say Sol, this is X1, right? When we go to mainnet on X1, instead of Sol, it's going to be called XN. So just keep that in mind that we're not actually doing anything with Sol. This is just X1 is a fork of Solana, probably better. And so for testnet purposes, they're just keeping it as Sol, but it will really be XN. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste this. Awesome. All right, so we just assigned 3 Sol to your new stake. That new stake account is now live and holding the staked funds. Now we're going to go ahead and delegate that stake to our validator, and that's how we actually get votes and get rewarded for our efforts. I'm going to go ahead and copy this, paste it here. Awesome. You see we got a signature. That's good. So we're delegating the stake allows your soul to be used by the validator to secure the network and participate in the consensus. And in return, you earn rewards. All right, so after a few minutes, input the following code to ensure you're seeing the ping. So I'm going to go ahead, copy this, paste this. Oh, we got to put in the password again. I'm going to go ahead and now paste this and should, in theory. Awesome. So we just want to make sure that this is showing anything greater than 0. So as you can see, this is what it should look like. If you see all zeros, most likely you need to add funds to your ID public key, not your identity, but your ID's public key. And then because you have to pay a very small amount of testnet soul um, every time you ping, right? It's very little, but it's important that the ID public key or the wallet is funded, and you can use the faucet if you need some more. Awesome. And then final step, guys, if you like this tutorial, well, before I even get into that, first and foremost, let's go see if our validator is up and running. So we're going to go to X1 Val.online. Now, you need that identity wallet, right? So you see it starts with BBF. I'm going to go here. I'm going to move my big head here and BBF. So as you can see, it looks like it is up now. For whatever reason, we're going to give it a few minutes because, again, we just funded the ID. It's saying we're offline now, but I have a feeling that we just have to wait a few minutes. So I'm going to pause this video to make sure that it goes from dark gray to light gray, and we're on the active list. Give me 1 second. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh. It's been about 5 minutes. I mean, we are getting pings. Again, the validator is, we're going to go check the logs again. So let's go see if we can go back here. By the way, I'm going to update this. So at the very bottom of the sheet, I'm going to add some stuff. So like, for example, how to reattach. It's got to copy paste this. Yep, so our validator's working. I confirmed that we got pings. So I think we just got to wait a few minutes. And again, we're just going to keep refreshing the X1 val. 1 second. Oh, give me 1 second. Let's see if I refresh. If we're in, I think we're good, guys. It's kind of hard to see, but it does show that we're active. Um, yeah, as you can see, the pings just started here. So we should be caught up. Let's continue down here. Where are we at here? We're almost done, guys. I think we're pretty much done. We did that. We delegated the stake. Yep. After a few minutes, we did this. All right. Step 9. So this is the final step. All right. Let me put my head back. All right. So if you go to X1 Valid.online, you see the profile picture, the names. So we can change that, right? Um, so instead of BBFP, let's change it to what we want. And so step 9, obviously this is an optional step. Um, if you like this content and your validator's up and running to support, just feel free to copy paste this and add it in. We have a new project launching that we're excited about on X1. And otherwise, feel free to change the variable. So you can change the name, the website. You need to, if you want a profile picture, right? So like on here, you got these icons. You'll have to host that. I use Image Shack to support Jack Levin. Um, if you don't know, he created Image Shack. And that's about it. And then, of course, then you'll want to just leave this as is. But otherwise, just copy this. We're going to go to terminal. We're going to paste it, enter. It's thinking right now. It's finalizing, and boom. So in the next 5 minutes or so, it should be logged in. And that's it, guys. Congratulations You have successfully created your validator on X1 testnet. Hopefully, by the time you're watching this, X1 hasn't launched yet because we want to get our X1 validator up and running. I want you to see your name on this list to contribute to the X1 ecosystem. Um, Again, guys, I'm going to update this as things change. Hopefully, this was a big help. Uh, Feel free to message me on Telegram at DeFi Mike. Join the X1 Validator group. I mean, I can't say enough how supportive the community is trying to help. This isn't easy stuff. So appreciate everyone in the community that's contributing. And we'll see you guys when X1 mainnet launches. Take care.